Yes, everybody, what's going on? This is the Sportsman Bet. My name is Stephen Nelson. This is our kid, Anton, and today we're talking about top four. Can we even call it a race? Doesn't feel like a race.
I think we can, but more on that later.
It feels like a race. And we're talking FA Cup, and we're talking the best bets for the weekend.
And yeah, I'm afraid, Steve, there's only one place I have to start today. And as a Blackburn Rovers fan, I never liked seeing Burnley doing well. And can you tell me what was going on there at Old Trafford last night? 2-0 to Burnley, the first win since 1962, I think it was.
No, I can't tell you what happened.
It was horrible to watch.
It was horrible to be. I left 5 minutes before the end, and I've never ever done that in my entire life. And I don't know what took me. I wasn't on my own. By the look of it, 60,000 did the same thing.
I mean, Burnley, they're still pointing at planes in Burnley when they go past. They're living in 1960s or something. They drink petrol. Do you see that picture from Weekend of that guy with two teeth?
No.
Oh, God, I'll have to show
drinks
it.
petrol?
He drinks petrol. That's what it looks like anyway.
Is that better than Red Bull?
I don't know.
I feel like it would be better than Red Bull.
You drink enough of the stuff. But anyway, back to United, and how bad were they?
Well, you got to remember, like, we are such a different team to the one Jose Mourinho was in charge of. We are missing so many players. It's still probably enough to deal with Burnley at home, you would think. We had so many shots.
Should be.
From nowhere. The goals that we conceded were stupid individual errors, and you just think it felt hopeless. Like what Joe and City just tated us a couple of weeks ago, and you're like, well, what can we do?
Yeah.
He shouldn't be feeling like that against Burnley.
Really
you can almost accept it against a team that spent like $2 billion on it, but Burnley,
going on to turf to watch Burnley. Yeah, I was absolutely gutted with that one. But is this the players? It's not Ollie, is it? It's a standard of player that you've got in the squad.
You can't completely absolve Ollie of all blame. I just don't think that the Ollie out crowd and everyone saying sack him, sack him, sack him. I don't think that's the answer either.
No.
The answer lays between a complete club overhaul. It lies with players performing as they should do, but also having better players. And an issue that I think United are seeing at the minute is because it's just been an absolute grind all the way through December and January, so many football matches, and with a squad so weak and so thin as it stands right now anyway, where do we even possibly begin to think that we're going to see these players perform all the way through? Because we're unable to rotate, players are getting injuries, they're only going to compound, and I just see it getting worse before it gets a lot better, to be honest.
And Bruno Fernandes, I'm sorry to have to ask you on this again. It feels like we go round and round and round, but what's the latest? Do you feel like he's not coming now?
I don't know, I feel like it's probably close. I think sometimes when they all go quiet like this for a bit, it's probably because it's about to happen. I don't know, but the fact that it's the 23rd of the month today, 22nd of the month today?
23rd.
How have we got this far into a January window when we knew at the start of the season we were desperate for people? The window closed early, everyone was like, all right, maybe we can start. I mean, why not start work then for January? You knew what we needed then, and if you didn't, you definitely knew by October or November. Did we literally wait until 9 a.m. on the 1st of January and went, right then, pass that book? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Inter Milan.
Inter Manchester United.
What is going on there with this thing? Is someone behind the scenes? Have you heard anything?
No, I've not heard anything. I said yesterday, the only thing that makes sense to me is that someone in the background, one of the scouts, one of the recruitment department, someone that's got some sort of knowledge or connection to United has tipped up at Inter Milan, because there's no way they're signing this many players with no connection. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's mad. It's honestly mad.
It really is mad. Wouldn't mind a little break in Milan myself this time of year. But moving on.
Cold though.
It is.
Everyone wears sunglasses though. That's weird.
I'll tell you what, that cathedral, the Duomo, oh, fantastic that. Get up roof if you go. You can get up there. Great views. Anyway, top four. The bookies have got it nailed on that the top four is going to be Liverpool, City, Leicester and Chelsea. Man United are 6 points off Chelsea now. They're still in fifth. And having a look at the market on the Betfair exchange here, Steve, we've got the prices. 1.15 for Leicester to finish in the top four.
Leicester have done it, I think, now. Unless they have a monumental collapse. I think they'll be all right.
Well, there's this potential Vardy injury. I don't think it's his hamstring, but he would be a big blow to him.
He could be a big blow, yeah. But I think there'll still be enough to, even if someone overtakes them, they're not going to have two teams overtake them.
And Chelsea,
Tottenham are better odds than us, though.
Yeah, you've got Chelsea 1.52, and then Man United 6.8. I'd be considering that. For a team that he's what, 6 points off
Do
the
you know
top
what?
4,
A signing makes a
6.8.
huge difference here. Anyone that we manage to bring in the next week is going to make a massive difference to where we come. If we don't sign anyone, I don't think we're doing it. If we do sign someone, that might be enough. Because it's not about, do we need to be the best team in the world to get into the top 4? Not at all. Chelsea have been probably more inconsistent than us, because I think we've caught ground on them lately.
Yeah.
But we just can't close that last little bit of a gap. Every time they screw up, we screw up worse.
And just having a look at a few of the prices with other bookmakers here, some of them are as short as 3-1 for Man United to finish in the top 4. That's 4.0 as a decimal. You're getting 6.8 here on the Betfair exchange, which to me, I do think that is a bit of value. And don't forget, if you've not got a Betfair account, you can back that risk-free.
Risk-free!
Risk-free.
Risk-free!
20 quid returned in cash. Returned in cash if it loses. Not a bad
A man
offer.
in a yellow jacket comes round to your house, knocks on your door and hands you a note.
Do you know?
May or may not be true.
I went to a bar in the northern quarter the other day. And
There's a couple of them.
You couldn't pay with cash.
Really?
You couldn't pay
Welcome
with
to 2020, my friend.
Welcome to 2020.
Do you know what you probably can do in the northern quarter, though? Barter. Yeah. If you told them that you've got
with a
some
beard
silver,
like that, you can.
Like,
not like this.
Do you accept barter? What have you got? I have 3 goats. Sound. You can have a cheese panini.
Cheese panini. Unstey. It is the FA Cup this weekend. I think it could be a good day out for the fans. There could be a few potential banana skins, a few giant killings. What are we saying? These are the fixtures.
There's not that many giant fixtures, though. I mean, Shrewsbury-Liverpool is the only real potential giant killing, and let's be honest, does anyone have any hope for that happening?
And there's only one team that's a double-figure price, and that is Fulham to win away at Man City.
Yeah,
which
and that'll be for a reason.
That is poor, because you take your mind back a few years. 4th round, you had Bradford win at Chelsea. I think that was about 20-1. You had Middlesbrough win at Man City on the same day. I think some people doubled that up. Huge prices.
Wow.
But
they're still in the Bahamas, by the way.
Still in the Bahamas. But is anything catching your eye?
I think the game of the weekend is probably Southampton-Tottenham. I think they're in decent form at the moment. I'd be backing Southampton in that.
2.94.
Not
2.94. What I will say about Southampton, very good on the road. Very good on the road.
Shame they're at home.
I think I had a look yesterday, and they're the second most profitable team away from home in the Premier League after Wolves, and that's just got to be that.
Was it home when Leicester smacked them about? It was, wasn't it?
It was, yes. So you now have Southampton, a team who've been beaten 9-0 at home this season, who are above Arsenal in the league. What a funny old season, Steve. What a funny old season. But I also have a tip for you myself.
Really laughing, like,
I've also got a tip for you myself from the FA Cup this weekend. And
yeah.
I think I've found a bit of value.
Oh, aye.
And it's up on the time where I'm going to, and Oxford travel to Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
And I am going for an Oxford win. Oxford have been under the guidance of Carl Robinson for nearly 2 years now. And this man is no stranger to a giant killing. He's not. He's really not, because you know yourself. He was the manager when MK Dons beat Man United 4-0. Yeah. He beat Man United 4-0 with MK Dons.
Move on.
This season, he's already beat West Ham 4-0 with Oxford in the League Cup. They then, I think they played Millwall. They went through on penalties, and then before they went out to City. But it's fair to say he loves a giant killing. Newcastle have got a massive injury list. Massive injury list. Oxford had all week to prep. Newcastle were down at Goodison on Wednesday night. And looking at the prices, you've got 8.8 here on the Betfair exchange, and that is well worth a punt from me. And once again, if you've not got a Betfair account, 20 quid, free bet.
Risk-free!
Returned in cash if it loses. Have a do. And I think that just about wraps it up for this week's team.
Yep, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to go and check out the link in the description. Come and sign up and stick around. Subscribe. Get all your tips and all that sort of stuff. It's not the greatest weekend of sport.
It's not,
weekend.
is it?
A little bit of FA Cup and a little bit of... let's see what next week brings.